You probably already know it by now, but Sony has created the ultimate wedding kit, f2.0 zooms, and an incredibly solid lineup of camera choices. Thanks to Sony for sponsoring this video. Sony started with the lens that we all wanted as wedding photographers, the 28-70 f2 GM. Then I think as a surprise to everyone, came out with the 50-150 f2 GM, a lens that immediately went to the top of everyone's dream list, regardless of what camera brand you shot. As a person that's photographed over 1,000 weddings in my career, I can't remember a time where I could confidently show up to a wedding day with just two lenses. I am going to put an asterisk here because there is one other lens you should have with you, but it's a lens that I only use 1 out of every 10 weddings. I'll talk about that lens later in the video. Spoiler, it's what I'm recording this video on. But the ultimate wedding kit is very simple. 2 bodies, 2 lenses, and that's it. And I genuinely think this covers everything you need from getting ready coverage all the way into dancing and the party. In this video, I'm going to be showing you 2 shoots that I've done with this kit, but in the future, I'm going to be showing you a lot of behind the scenes wedding days on the channel, so make sure you subscribe and turn the bell on. So the kit, 2 Sony A7V bodies, one here in front of me, one recording this video. On one, the 28-70 f2 GM, and then on the other camera body, the 50-150 f2 GM. Both are zooms, both allow you to shoot f2 throughout the entire range. The first shoot you're seeing is a styled shoot that we are doing for a restaurant that's hopefully going to book some more weddings based on the images and videos we are creating today. And to have an f2 aperture, an available f2 aperture at all zoom lengths on the lens is very, very nice. That it is a pretty well-lit environment. I've definitely found myself in significantly harder and darker spaces. Could I get by with an f2.8 or an f4 lens today? Absolutely no problem. What the f2 does, it allows me to create really beautiful subject separation and background blur that is just incredibly pleasing. I feel like for weddings also, it is important to make a really beautiful feeling image, not only what's in focus, but also what's in the background and how that all comes together. And I feel like these f2 lenses really do a good job at just making an overall beautiful feeling image. Let's talk about the bodies first. The Sony A7V. It's all the features you need with nothing left out. It's also at an incredible price point for what you're getting. 33 megapixels, which is great for weddings. 4K 60, no crop, important for hybrid. And autofocus, it just feels automatic. It also has a partially stacked sensor, which helps clear the buffer quickly. So if you're like me, you're also shooting that short highlight film on a wedding day, you can quickly switch between photo and video modes and be recording quickly. If video is something you also do, you get both active and dynamic active stabilization with the Sony A7V, which means handheld footage is smooth. The high ISO performance, as you know, Sony's been known for it forever. It feels impossible. The ergonomics are great, and they give me 2 physical features on this camera that I love. First up, the lockable dial up here on the side. It comes default set to exposure compensation, but I shoot in manual mode, so I change this immediately to ISO. This is amazing because you have a physical wheel for aperture on the front, shutter speed on the back, and ISO. It's very easy to adjust. The second physical feature I love is this screen. It can be set up like this to be a simple tilt screen, or it can be fully articulating. It might seem like a very simple thing, but it is incredibly helpful in the real world when you're shooting both photography and video coverage to have both those options. For weddings, it's important that you shoot to 2 cards, and you can do that with this camera. Your first card slot is CF Express Type A or SD, and you can put either in the slot. The second slot is SD cards. If you're photography only, card speed doesn't matter so much, but if you're doing hybrid photo video coverage, you want the maximum buffer performance, and I would suggest going CF Express Type A up top and a V90 SD down below. And because of the price point of this camera, it is reasonable for you to have 2 of the exact same camera bodies. This is the first time in a long time that I've had the same 2. Typically I have whatever I would consider to be my main body, and I'm switching lenses during the day to make sure that my best lens is always on that main body. Now I have 2 of the same camera, so I can just put these lenses on each and go about my day. For body customization, the only thing that I really change other than this top ISO dial is I set my C2 button up here to activate crop mode. This is just cropping in my camera, so it makes my post-production a little bit easier. I'm not going into crop mode very often throughout a wedding day, typically just a few times during the ceremony to get close-ups. That way I'm closer to a final image in post. In photo mode, going to crop mode, you do lose some megapixels, but if you are shooting video, you can still do 4K 60 in crop mode on this camera, and I find that to be very useful. Now, the second location that you have seen a few photos and clips from so far in this video is a shoot we did in Iceland, and we were very blessed with weather. It was a little windy, but very nice. We're into the 24 hours of sun, so you don't really, this is pretty much as dark as it gets. So you kind of get golden hour light all evening, and then the sun rises at 2 or 3 in the morning again. It's a bit of a weird place in the summer and the winter. It's weird all the time. That's why we like it. The Sony A7V is also a camera that can do anything that I need in terms of my YouTube life here or any sort of commercial work as well. It's just it's a great do everything camera. For lenses, the 20-70 f2 GM, if you're gonna ask anyone that has one, there's a good chance that they're going to tell you that this lens never leaves their camera during a wedding day. The autofocus is crazy fast, and while you are not going to get the super shallow depth of field of something like an f1.4 lens, what you are going to get is a lot more versatility while still being at f2 throughout this entire zoom range, which is additionally really nice when I'm shooting video. That means that as I zoom, the aperture isn't going to be changing at all. The image quality from this lens, do you miss the f1.2 look? I feel like this looks incredible. The bokeh is clean and pleasant, the micro contrast is impressive, and the rendering is just really nice all the way from 20 to 70 millimeters. I shoot this lens at f2 pretty much all the time. I even use it for detail photos. While it is not a true one-to-one macro lens, it does a really good job, and I don't need to bring an additional macro lens. With 33 megapixels on this Sony A7V, you do have some room to crop in if you ever want to get a little bit closer for a ring shot, and these lenses are really nice and sharp. And then there's this one, the Sony 50-150 f2 GM, and I think that this is maybe the more exciting of these two lenses, for me at least. The constant f2 from 50 to 150, it's a world's first, and if you shoot weddings, you know that this is a very attractive lens. I know I mentioned a lot of photographers use this 20-70 f2 as an all-day lens, but this 50 to 150 for me could also be an all-day lens. If you are someone that is happy with a 50mm prime all day, now you get that 50mm f2 prime plus all the way to 150, and it looks beautiful. The image quality very much looks like prime lenses, and there is something really special to this lens. There is a great subject separation and a 3D feeling, and the versatility it gives you is unmatched. During the ceremony, this lens is going to be my go-to for the year for photos of the couple. It's also going to be a go-to. And then into the reception and speeches, it is going to be so nice to have 150 millimeters at f2. I really never thought that this lens could exist. For the autofocus, this 50 to 150 is the best in its class across the board. 4 linear motors, nearly instant focusing, and it will keep up with you no matter how many frames per second you would like to shoot. And I know we're supposed to get sharp and crisp in focus images all the time, and this lens and camera body, and both these lenses and cameras are completely capable of that. But there is an industry trend recently, or over the past, 5 years now, to add a little bit more motion to your images. So like it or hate it, it is what a lot of couples are interested in. And you obviously can get the crisp images, but you can also get some really nice feeling images like these as well to bring something completely different to the gallery. I did mention this at the start, there was an asterisk. It is important to also have a wide angle safety lens. For me personally, I use this very infrequently at weddings, usually if it's a big group shot in a tight space, but you can also use it on the dance floor or for cake cut or just to get creative with a wide angle lens. And that wide angle lens isn't actually just one lens. Sony has a lot of full frame wide angle lens options. For me personally, I've gone with the lens I am recording this video on here, which is the Sony 16-25 f2.8G. It's a lens I use a lot for YouTube and commercial content. If your weddings absolutely require wide angle coverage a lot of the time, the best one to go with is the Sony 16-35 f2.8G M2. It's the world's lightest and smallest lens in that category and delivers incredible image quality. Sony also has a lot of other wide full frame options at different price points. There is 2 Sony A7Vs, a Sony 20-70 f2 GM on one body and a Sony 50-150 f2 GM on the other. With 28 to 150 covered at f2, you have so much versatility for a wedding day or any other style of photography or video that you can find yourself doing. Links down below, and don't forget to subscribe. There are going to be a lot of behind the scenes wedding days coming on this kit in the future. Thanks so much for watching, and if you do want to watch more about this kit right now, there's videos on the screen. You can click any of them.